see velocity and acceleration. Now let's start with what is meant by distance and displacement. Distance is the total length traveled irrespective of the direction of motion. Means distance does not have any kind of direction. It is the only total length traveled. Distance is a scalar quantity. Displacement. Displacement is the distance moved in a particular direction. Means displacement has a particular direction. Suppose I want to travel 200 km from Pune towards north. It means I have to travel towards the Mumbai 200 km. This is nothing but the displacement. Displacement is the vector quantity. Now let's understand the concept of distance and displacement from this figure. Suppose a body wants to travel or wants to go from point A to B. Suppose he considers the path A, C, D, B. This is nothing but the distance traveled by the body. And the shortest distance between A and B is nothing but the displacement. Or we can say shortest distance, initial position and final position, that is nothing but the displacement. This is the summarized chart of distance and displacement. Definition of distance is total route by a motion. That of the displacement is distance with consideration of direction. Type of quantity, it is the scalar quantity, whereas displacement is a vector quantity. SI unit of both is meter. Now let's see what is meant by speed and velocity. Speed of any object is the distance moved by the object per unit time. It is also defined as the rate of change of distance. Mathematically, speed can be given as speed is equal to distance traveled divided by time taken, which is V is equal to D upon T. The common unit for speeds are meters per second or kilometers per hour. For most of journey, the speed is not constant due to some traffic or due to some pauses. So normally we take journey as a whole and calculate the average speed. Average speed is given as total distance traveled divided by total time taken. This average speed is also known as instantaneous speed. Now let's see what is meant by velocity. Velocity is the distance traveled per unit time in a specific direction. It is also defined as the rate of change of displacement. I repeat, velocity is defined as the rate of change of displacement. Velocity is also measured in meter second and kilometer hour. It is a vector quantity as the direction of travel is important. This is the summarized chart of speed and velocity. In speed definition is rate of change of distance, whereas velocity is defined as rate of change of displacement. The quantity of speed is scalar quantity, whereas velocity is a vector quantity. Formula for speed is given as total distance divided by time, whereas velocity is given as total displacement divided by time. The SI unit is meter per second. Now let's see what is meant by acceleration. Acceleration is defined as rate of change of velocity. Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. Mathematically, it can be given as change in velocity divided by time taken. That is, A is equal to V minus U divided by T. The SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square. Acceleration is a vector quantity. The direction of acceleration is the direction of change in velocity. There is an acceleration only when velocity changes. If velocity is constant throughout, there is no acceleration. Second condition is if the velocity is increasing, the object said to be accelerating. And third condition is if the velocity is decreasing, the object is said to be negative acceleration or deceleration, or it is also said as retardation. A body is said to be moved with uniform acceleration if its rate of change of velocity with the time is constant. Now let's see what is meant by uniform velocity. The figure shows the graph which is I had plotted shows the uniform velocity. On y-axis there is displacement in meters. On x-axis it is plotted time. When the displacement is growing in the same proportion, time is also increasing. So the velocity goes with uniform way, or we can say in proportional manner. This is the graph of acceleration. Here on y-axis displacement is plotted, while on x-axis the time is plotted. As time increases, the displacement also increases in acceleration, which is shown like upward curve. This is the graph of deceleration. As time increases, the displacement of the body gets deaccelerated. So this is the graph of deceleration, which is the downward curve, or curve comes towards the downward. Uniform velocity. This graph shows time versus velocity. As the time increases, the velocity is constant. It does not get fluctuate. So it we called as uniform velocity. This graph is the uniform acceleration. It is graph of time versus velocity. As time increases, velocity also increases. Now let's see what is meant by angular velocity. Angular velocity can be defined as the rate of change of angular displacement with respect to time. I repeat, angular velocity can be defined as the rate of change of angular displacement with respect to time. It is a vector quantity, and angular velocity is denoted by letter omega. Mathematically, it can be written as omega is equal to d theta divided by dt. Now let's see the concept of relative velocity of a point on a link. Let's consider figure A. Now let us consider that a particle A moves with absolute velocity Va with reference to a fixed or stationary object like wall or a floor or a frame of a mechanism, and another particle B with an absolute velocity Vb. The relative velocity of a particle B with a is Vba, and it is defined as the velocity of particle B moving from observer A and moving with Va or velocity A. Since the velocity is the vector quantity, it implies that Vba will be also a vector quantity. If the particle A and B moving with the velocity Va and Vb in the same direction, that is, relative velocity is obtained as a vector difference between them, which is given by Vba is equal to Vb minus Va. I repeat, the difference given is as Vba is equal to Vb minus Va, velocity of B, particle B minus velocity of particle A. Now let's see the figure B. If the particle A and B are moving in opposite direction to each other, then the relative velocity is obtained as Vba is equal to Va plus Vb. Here Vba is equal to velocity of particle A plus velocity of particle B. Now let's see the procedure for drawing of velocity diagram. Here there are 6 points which should be considered while drawing the velocity diagram. We will see the one by one. First point is, take some convenient point O as a pole. The figure is shown as in the side of the slide. Second is through O draw OC parallel and equal to VC to some suitable scale. Third point is, through C draw a line perpendicular to CD of a point D with respect to CD, which is velocity CD. Fourth point is, through O draw a line parallel to VD, which is intersecting the line of VDC at D. Fifth, measure the OD, which gives the required velocity of a point D, which is VD, to the scale. Here we have to measure with the scale. Sixth point is, the angular velocity of link CD can be calculated by dividing the relative velocity of D with respect to C, that is VCD, to the length of the link. Mathematically, angular velocity of line CD can be given as W omega CD is equal to VCD divided by length of CD. Now let's see the Kelvin's construction for velocity diagram. Now let us consider a slider crank mechanism which is shown in the figure. OP is the crank rotates uniformly about the center O, and PQ is connecting rod with Q is a slider. I will say that take a note for this point and take out the points which I am telling to you. I repeat, let us consider a slider crank mechanism. OP is a crank rotates uniformly about the center O, and PQ is the connecting rod and Q is the slider. Then the following procedure is to be adapted, which is as first point, draw the configuration with suitable scale. Here we have to take a scale which is as considered, or we can choose as per our sheet. Second point is extend the connecting rod length PQ. The line PQ is extended forward, or we can say in right direction. Draw a perpendicular at O on the OQ. From point P, we can draw the point O, which is perpendicular to OQ. Now then extend the PQ and QO, which intersects at R. I repeat, extend PQ and QO, which intersects at R, which forms the triangle. This triangle is PRO, which represents the velocity diagram. OP represents the velocity of point P, which is velocity of OP. PR represents the velocity of connecting rod, QP. And RO represents the velocity of slider, VQ. Now let's see the procedure for drawing of acceleration diagram of a mechanism. Here we consider 3 points. First, draw the configuration or a space diagram with suitable scale. Here we have to take the diagram or draw the diagram as given in the question paper with the suitable scale. Second point is draw the velocity diagram of the configuration with relative velocity method, which is I have explained in previous point. Third, find the velocity of various links in the configuration from velocity diagram and evaluate the centripetal components of the acceleration for various links as shown in this table. In table, there are 5 columns. First column is of link, second column is of length of link, third column is of velocity of link from velocity diagram, fourth column is of centripetal acceleration, which is given by v square divided by length of link, and the last column is shown of tangential acceleration, which is given by alpha into length of link. I hope we understand the procedure of drawing the acceleration diagram of a mechanism. Thank you.